Welcome to Central Hardin High School. We're here for week 1 of KHSA High School playoff action. I'm Paul Gray. Got Jeff Knoll here with me tonight. We're at Central Hardin High School, where the 9-1 district champ Central Hardin Bruins under Coach Tim Mattingly will be taking on the 2-8 Eagles from Owensboro Apollo, led by Coach John Edge. And so this is a typical week 1 matchup. When you have a 1 seed and a 4 seed, sometimes those matchups are a little one-sided. Certainly some of those 2 seed versus 3 seed matchups are a little stronger matchups. But our other teams from Hardin County are out of town tonight. John Hardin is at Frankfort, and that'll be a tough matchup for them.
Yeah.
And then North Hardin on the road playing Davies County. So
another tough win.
Another tough matchup there for them. So, but tonight we've got the Bruins and the Eagles again. Central Hardin against Owensboro Apollo. And Jeff, it's kind of cliched that you kind of win in the trenches. Talk about the big guys tonight.
Totally is, as we've mentioned so many times, and especially at this level, what happens in the trenches, what happens up front with the big guys really does make a huge difference. And I would have to say, and I think Paul and I both agree on this, advantage goes to Central Hardin Bruins. They've got some big boys in there, but they're not just big, they're experienced. They've worked well together this year. They have really demonstrated some maturity in there. They've come up against some tough teams. Last week, we saw them just grit it out. I mean, that was a gritty win last year or last week, and what I feel like is so much of that went to that front line. You know, they just kept plugging away and wearing them out, and here they are. You know, in the first week of the playoffs. So I'm giving advantage Bruins.
Absolutely. Big. Jeff mentioned big 30-7 victory last week over South Oldham. To go along with what Jeff is saying, I want to just give some props, a little bit of love to our head coach, Tim Mattingly, here at Central Hardin. You know, we don't talk a lot about the coaches. I feel like in a lot of cases, you know, these ball games are won on the field, but Coach Mattingly needs to get the credit. Again, Jeff mentioning the big guys up front. You know, Coach Mattingly has kind of taken a simple approach to what you do with football, and it's an approach that's proven again and again to work. Number one, weight room.
Yeah.
And so when you see the big guys winning regularly up front, and if you've ever looked at Coach Mattingly, he has spent a few hours himself in a weight room.
Yeah.
He's a large, large man.
Yeah.
But Coach Mattingly stresses that along with the assistant coach, Coach Tyler Jackson. There's several other their coaches who are very active in the weight room, Maceo Arnett. But Coach Mattingly, that's been his thing. And, again, generally speaking in high school football, if you're stronger than the other guys, you win. And that's
every time.
Yeah, and so
strength and speed.
Yeah, exactly. That weight program that Coach Mattingly runs has really kind of made the difference. It's been a key for this team, and those guys up front win because of that weight program, because what Coach Mattingly does in the off season, during the season. Whenever their run in the playoffs ends, it won't be but a couple weeks, and they'll be back to the weight room getting ready for next season, developing.
It starts early. It doesn't begin when the season does. It's the beginning of the season when weight room starts, and that's way early.
Credit to the boys for being strong and working hard, but Coach Mattingly and that weight program is kind of, what you see on the field. It's kind of why they win, along with some of the other simple things they do. You play good defense, you play solid defense, and you have a system, and his system is run that wing tee. They've made a lot of adjustments to their wing tee looks with a lot of the jet sweep and counter kinds of things off the jet sweep. So they've added to what they do, running a lot of their wing tee concepts out of the shotgun. But, again, all credit to Coach Mattingly. We want to just note that's kind of how they win and where they win a lot of these ball games. Now, Jeff, on the other side, Owensboro Apollo, myself talking to our defensive coordinator this week, said that Apollo's best players are quarterback. Tell us a little bit about
Christian Combs, number 16, will be at QB tonight, and he is an impressive young man. Really, probably without question, he is a senior, the best athlete on the field for Owensboro Apollo tonight. Some impressive numbers up this year. He is the leading rusher on the team with 531 rushing yards. He also has 8 rushing TDs to tag onto that. And but that's not all he does. He can throw the ball. He's racked up 1,800 yards passing this year and credited with 15 TDs of those. So you're looking at a pretty accomplished, experienced senior behind center, and so he's really a key to any effectiveness that they may have. When you look at them, what their strength really is their ability to score points. They've put up some points. They don't have a great record. They're 2-8, so they don't have a great record. But it's not because they haven't been able to put up points. And Christian Combs is really the main reason why they've been able to do that.
So Jeff mentions then that they've been pretty good on offense. Even in their losses, they've scored the football. In most cases, they did have a shutout where they lost to Davis County 28-0. But even in some of their losses, they've been able to score, even against the number one team in that district over there, Henderson County, who beat Central Hardin. They put up 28 points. They put up 18 in a loss to Owensboro, 20 in their loss to Central Hardin here, 25 in their loss to North Hardin. So they had an absolute shootout with Meade County where they lost 55-54. So
wow.
They have been able to score. But the question is, can they stop anybody?
Yeah, it's always great to score, but if you can't stop.
Obviously, offensively, they can play some football, but they've really struggled to play defense to stop people, and they've given up a boatload of points. In fact, points allowed, 448 points that they've allowed this season.
Wow.
Now, let's go over to the Central Hardin side. Their defense is allowed in 10 games 97 points.
Wow.
So the difference in the two defenses is massive. That's why you're going to see tonight a Central Hardin victory. I think we're pretty easy.
Yeah, we're feeling
note.
pretty strong about that. Never confident until the gun goes off at the end, but there's no question the weight tonight we feel like is heavily on the home team.
Quickly before kickoff tonight, there's about 2 minutes before kickoff, a little injury report. We saw a lot of injuries last week for Central
Shoulders,
Hardin.
a lot of shoulders.
They ended up being collarbone injuries. Braden Robbins broke his collarbone. Terry Brooks, who had a broken collarbone in week 3, re-broke the same injury. He was able to play a couple of weeks, and then that first quarter there, and that's when the injury occurred. So a couple of injuries there. Walker Meredith, who had a shoulder issue, is in uniform. He is expected to play tonight. Zach Spurrier had a little tweaked knee and ankle when he was tackled last week. He's playing tonight. He looks like he's in good health. Tucker Walters and Caden Elmore, who both had ankle issues, they seem to be on the mend. I know Caden looks a lot better, and I think Tucker will be a lot better as well. So
Mason Gardner, did you say he's out tonight?
No. Mason's
he
good.
is
Mason's
in.
fine.
He is
No.
He's good.
It's Braden Robbins who's out.
Robbins,
number
that's right.
3, yeah. Defensive end and tight end. So
and he was also the punter.
He was, and that probably will mean Case Van Bleinberg, the kicker, will also be doing the punting duties, which again is good, not bad.
He can do it. He's a great backup for that, man.
He's fantastic. So here we are, week 1 of the playoffs, Jeff. I mean, there's something special in the air. Yes,
it's always that kind of time of year. I mean, we're into postseason, and it's that time you got to win or you go home. This is it. If you don't put it up now, then your season's done. And we're happy to say that when we started off this year, we really had high hopes for Central Hardin, feeling like this is it. They've been building. The guys are maturing. They keep getting better. And so here we are, week 1, feeling pretty confident about a win this week. But you can't look past Owensboro Apollos, especially a team that is able to put some points on the board. But it's excitement in the air. It's playoff football, sir.
Yeah, it's win or go home. So tonight we'll see if the Central Hardin Bruins can keep things alive. And again, I think there are some pretty high hopes and expectations here for a deep run into the playoffs. And we're just moments away from kicking off. Case Van Bleinberg, number 38, the kicker for Central Hardin, about to put it on the tee. Get ready to kick it away. Again, this is so exciting, as Jeff mentioned, especially for seniors. You really got to realize.
Oh, yeah, this is big time.
Again, we're predicting Central Hardin to win tonight. We expect that fully. You got to look over on the other side. There's a lot of seniors over there who may be playing their last ball game. And again, Central Hardin, you never know. And some of these boys could be playing their last ball game. Kick is away, and wow!
Hit the crossbar. How about that? Woo!
I haven't seen anything like that since John Wallace kicked at U of L. Knocked a few through the goalpost.
That's impressive.
Van
right
Bleinberg
there.
just hit the crossbar on the kickoff.
You see that in college football all the time, and of course pro. But Holy smokes! In high school
Bombs
football,
away, Jeff.
Doink! He hit a doink on the kickoff.
They ought to give you points for that if you can knock one.
If you could put it through on the kickoff,
yeah, give him a
I
point.
don't know. As a coach, would you give 1 point?
There's a point. You can get a point in Canadian football. I don't know how you do it. I can't even remember. But anyway, all right. 4 wide receivers to start out. Combs sitting in the pocket. He's going to run with it. Wow, look at the speed, and he's going to take a knee after about a 6-yard, 7-yard gain here. I don't like that spot.
No.
They gave him 9. You got to spot it where they start the slide, not where they slide.
Yeah, he started about 2 yards back.
Man, that was terrible.
That was an awful.
2nd and 1, a 9-yard gain for Combs on his first carry of the evening.
You learn a lot just by that first play. He obviously knew what he was doing, and that's not his first time. He had a very experienced run and slide.
So they've got 4 wides again here in the shotgun. It's going to be number 6 in the running backs. But I think that's Dante Dixon. He's rushed for 427 yards, and he jumps off sides. Wow, he jumped early. Now, interestingly enough, Jeff,
there you go.
They had stacked the receivers.
Yeah, over on the right side.
On both sides.
Oh, on both sides.
Yeah.
So they gave him extra on the slide, but it's coming back now.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 is what that'll mean after the 5-yard penalty. So, I wonder if Central Hardin will do any spying of the quarterback, Combs, trying to take any of their defensive guys, maybe Noah Payton or McKay Payton.
Somebody might need to.
And or even Gage Bryant and just take a look there. Nobody
Not right
is spying.
now. Nobody's now. Oh.
Dropped. Wow, that was
that
pass for number 8, Carter Contrado.
No, there was nobody.
By the way, he hit him right on the 8.
Yeah, there you go. Right in the bread
spot.
Basket.
Yeah. Great throw by Combs, and again, nothing to show for it. There's Contrado.
3rd and 7.
Contrado had run a little curl route. They'd run a little curl and out combination on the left side there, and he was open.
Yeah, it was a great pass. He just flat missed the ball, that's all.
So Combs on a 3rd and 6 situation now, looking down the field. He's going to go to the running back. He's got him, and Dixon makes the catch. Tackled by Gage Bryant.
He was hit very hard and fast, but he definitely.
So an 11-yard gain for Dixon on the reception, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So it is obvious they're pretty comfortable in what they're doing.
All right. Trips formation to the left this time, rotating the secondary. They're going to give to Dixon right off. There's Hobbs on the tackle. Wow, about a 6-yard gain there as well after the 41.
He had people hanging on him since the line of scrimmage.
That was, again, Dante Dixon, number 6 for the Eagles. And Dixon.
It was just hard work right there.
Absolutely, especially when you got big Adam Hobbs on your back there. Dixon also a senior, just like quarterback Combs. And they gave him 7 on that carry. I had him for 6. They're going to give him a good spot. He's got 7 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 3. Trips to the left side again, to the wide side of the field. They're going to throw a screen. Wow, that was way overthrown.
Number 11. Is that Caden Elmore?
No, 2's Elmore. 11 is Lamarion Blunt.
Okay, Blunt was in there. Man, he almost had an opportunity to snatch that ball there. At least from this angle, it looked like he was right there with it, but he may not have been.
So overthrown by Combs. Now, as you mentioned, probably a good thing he overthrew that, because that would have been a loss of yardage.
Yeah, it would have, or it would have been a pick 6.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 3, big 3rd down at the 42-yard line. Just right of the middle of the field.
He's going to tuck and run.
Empty backfield. Yeah, there's only 4 guys in the box. Yep, you're correct. Quarterback draw. 1st down for Combs.
And
picks up 5 yards on the carry. Didn't see who was on that tackle. Looks like 55 Brandon Barnes was there, and maybe 11 Lamarion Blunt. 9:43 to go in the first. So that's a couple of 1st downs now on this opening drive for the Eagles. Again, we said this Eagles squad can play some offense. It's just a matter of defending.
They're a pretty efficient bunch. They definitely are able to put some plays together.
So again, trips formation to the wide side of the field. They're going to give to Dixon. looks like just an inside zone.
Wow, man.
Pushing the pile.
He just turned backwards and kept those legs moving. Did he get? No, he's a little bit short of the line to gain.
He's got about 6 on the carry. So Dixon with carries of 7 and 6 so far.
Wow.
Again, an inside zone look. It was not a trap. It was McKay Payton on the tackle, number 44.
He's not big, but he's powerful.
Number 12 coming out to the right. That's Bryson Vallada in the slot, along with number 1, Niles Board in the slot as well. Number 4 is at the wideout spot. That's Brock Berger. Berger's only got a couple catches on the season. Going to the short side of the field on the hitch route. Beautiful throw and catch. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, that's number 8, Carter Contrado with the catch.
Serious yards after the catch as well there. That was very impressive. He made a nice adjustment back and then cut it up. Very nice run.
18 yards for Contrado and another first down. Again, they had trips to the right, and they threw the hitch route to the weak side, to the one receiver side. The shorts, it's an easy throw. You're throwing a very short ball there when you throw to the short side into the boundary. So a lot of people love to make that throw. Draw play. Dixon's got, all kinds of room. Wow, man. Breaking tackles.
If you watch his feet, oh my.
Driven back by Blunt, but, he had a first down, about a 13-yard gain.
He's got little, just short, fast steps, and
that could be really powerful when you do that. He doesn't look like a power back.
Yeah, that's the way Jerome Bettis used to run. Those short little steps.
That's true.
He's not anywhere near
Bettis
that
a little
size.
bigger.
Yeah, just
Dixon doesn't look very big.
About 10 times the size, but he did have that style of foot movement.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis was the bust. This guy may be the VW Bug.
Pretty much, but he's
a smaller fellow,
but he's working.
Powerful.
He's working it. He is working it.
2 receivers to each side this time. They're going to run a counter look quarterback keep.
Not
my
this
goodness.
time. Ooh.
Adam Hobbs for the tackle for loss.
In on the sack. Very nice.
5-yard loss.
Is this the first time they've been behind the chains?
Yes, it is. So big play for Hobbs there to get Combs. They were to minus 5 yards on the carry, trying to run quarterback counter there as they had faked to Dixon. They did have a pulling guard coming to the left to lead, but and I think the tackle was pulling as well. And that's what happens. Hobbs did a great job getting in behind the tackle as he pulls.
Just followed him right.
You follow it right to the play.
Yep.
If you're a good defensive lineman and someone's pulling, if you'll chase them, you usually end up where the football is. Trips right now. They're going back to the draw play. Dixon not finding as much room this time. Swarmed under. There's Gage Bryant on the tackle, along with, I believe, Andrew Hobbs. I see 55, Brandon Barnes getting off the pile. I'm going to give him a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Dixon on the draw play. That draw play was super effective the first time. Again, when you've got those linebackers dropping out in coverage,
right,
because they're expecting the pass, and you start to sprint, it's so effective. So hard for those linebackers to sit in there and not get into their pass drops.
3rd and 13 with 6 minutes. They have eaten a lot of clock on
2 receivers to each side. I'd look for a curl route to the wide side of the field. He's looking to the middle.
Oh, no.
Under pressure. Breaks one tackle. Looking to throw. Oh, great throw and catch. I think that's a first down.
No.
No,
it's
sure, it's well short.
Line of scrimmage.
Well short.
He's back to the line of scrimmage.
They are going to get to the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5. So about an 8-yard gain there on the throw. There's number 12, Vallada, on the catch.
He went back so many yards that.
Yeah, it looked like a long pass play, but he was 20 yards behind the line when he threw it. It's going to be a timeout for the Eagles. Again, they've got to consider 4th and 5. They're going to go for it, obviously. They do not, by the way, Jeff. We didn't talk pregame. They don't have a kicker.
Yeah.
No, just looking at their stats, 31, Emmett Brock is 10 of 18 on extra points. They've got Braxton Franey, number 44, is 2 of 2.
Okay.
And this is not a long field goal if they wanted to go for that.
Be, but, I was watching him beforehand, and he did not look very impressive.
This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom. providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com, etownapartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. For those serving in the military, a discount is available. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of experience. So big 4th and 5 here, 5:52 to go in the first quarter. Boy, what a clock-eating first drive. Great job. Trips formation to the left. Here it goes. Zone coverage look for the Bruins. Rolling to his left is Combs, looking downfield.
Oh, overthrows him.
Wow,
Totally
I couldn't tell if he was going overthrew or underthrew the deep receiver.
Well, it was in between both of them, so you pick your pick.
He was looking for 12, Bryson Vallada. Niles Board, number 1, was the deep receiver, and just could not make the connection. I think he had Vallada open there, but could not make the connection. So the Bruins hold and don't give up any points. They'll take over with 5:44 to go. They'll start on their own 11-yard line.
That was an impressive drive to get nothing.
Yeah, nothing out of it here. So tight trips left, tight end and wing to the right. Motion across. There goes the jet sweep. Wow.
All kinds of room.
I believe that is that Walker Meredith?
I think
28?
So.
No.
Yeah. No, it's
22 Gardner on the carry.
Gardner. He's up to almost the 30-yard line. So what a run.
18-yard carry for Mason Gardner. Big pickup on their first carry. Again, I don't know if you saw that, but big number 57 for Central Hardin, who is, goodness gracious.
Grayson Decker?
Grayson Decker, that's right. Oh, there he is, 57. Grayson Decker leading the way and absolutely did a great job blocking there. Stretch play around the right side for about 8. That's Meredith, I think. 28 is Walker Meredith. We're waiting to see his first carry.
Yes. No.
Yeah, that's Walker.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it looks
so
like
Meredith with a good carry on his first carry for, let's give him 7.
Both of them look good, considering they had some
tweaks last week. It was Meredith with the shoulder issue last week, so hoping he's okay. That looked good.
I remember when he came out, they just put ice on it, whereas the other guys they took back to the room.
Yeah, took him out immediately. Tight end wing left. They're going to run it that way. Oh my land. Gosh. Big hit in the backfield.
Number
Mason
61 coming in there.
61, Morgan Eanes, who is their top tackler on the team. He's got 80 tackles. Nope. He's got 116 tackles on the season. So
I mean, he came in like a banshee on
no gain on the carry for Gardner. It looked like he was hitting the backfield, but it's going to be a no gain. 3rd down and 3 for the Bruins. A tight end trips look to the left. They're going to throw it that side. Oh, goodness gracious. They had Jackson Engstrand, number 7, open on a short little flat route. And Spurrier just missed him. Spurrier threw it. Now, here's the thing. When you're running with your receiver and you're both running, you throw it right at him. If you lead him at all, because it's called physics.
Correct.
The ball will be out in front and stay there, because if you're running at the same speed, you need to go right at him.
Which is hard, because as a quarterback, you
want to lead him.
About leading him when they're moving.
But if you're both running the same direction, you've got to throw it right at him. And so Spurrier tried to lead him. Looks like Spurrier is going to do the punting duties. He's done it before. End over end kick. Wow, big bounce. Fielded nicely there. Number 12's got it, and great coverage.
Oh, my gosh. Big number 20. Is that? No, that's 63.
That's Andrew Hobbs getting down the field. First contact was 28, Walker Meredith, and then Hobbs was there. What a great job by Andrew.
It was awesome.
It was number 12, Bryson Vallada, on the return. He only gets about 2 yards on the return. So the Eagles will start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Well, here we go. We'll see if their offense can do it again. And obviously their D did fairly well that time. They,
again, great play by Eanes on the second down play. And honestly, when you've got an opportunity to pick up a first down in the passing game with a guy wide open on a short out route, you can't miss those.
No,
so Zach's too good for that, and he won't make that mistake again. So 3-4 defense here. They're going to play a really spread either cover 2 or cover 4 look. Looks like a 2 deep look here. Play action.
Over the middle.
Wow. 12's got it again.
Oh, my gosh.
Making guys miss.
It's a great move.
Woo.
He's up over the midfield and down to about the 45. Wow, that was just shifty running right there after the catch. He's not a big guy. Their skill players are not huge except for the quarterback. I mean, and he's not even huge, but he is big.
28-yard gain, Bryson Vallada from Christian Combs. They'll have 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They're over midfield again this quickly, so dominant performance so far by the Eagles. No first downs on the other side. 3:25 and counting, and the Bruins have only run 3 offensive plays so far. Combs trying to get out of there. He's got some speed, man.
He is fast. I mean, when he decides to grow, he's moving.
So he is a great athlete. 4-yard gain on the carry there.
If they don't start putting somebody on him to pick up, they may have to make some adjustments.
I think they're hoping the big guys up front. They've got such a great defensive line that they'll surround him and sack him, I think is what they'll probably hope for. 3:15, he just ran out of bounds, so we got 3:15 to go in the first quarter here, 2nd and 6. Got 2 receivers wide to each side. It looks like a 2-deep look, 3-4. It looks like there could be a blitzer coming off the left side. Quarterback counter again. Looks like a first down, late hit out of bounds. They're going to get an extra 15 out of that.
Not sure who clagged him, but that was unfortunate.
Somebody over there on the side, late hit out of bounds. So Christian Combs picks up 6 for the first down. They'll get an extra 15, and they are deep.
It's a 21-yard play.
Woo. That will put them right at about the 20. We'll call that the in the red zone. 20-yard line and in is the red zone, the scoring area.
In the Heinz red zone.
Well, we're not at Heinz Field, but okay.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, the Steeler fan here. Gonna be in the Heinz.
Hey, you know what we haven't seen a lot of this year? The
Steelers in the Heinz red zone. That's right. They are not scoring the ball much.
No, they're not.
1st and 10 Eagles in the red zone for a second time. Boy, it's a shame now looking back at that last series for them that they couldn't kick a field goal and get points.
Yeah, it really
Trips
is.
right. They're going to go inside zone a couple yards.
It is, but they're tightening up a little bit on that one. He did not get as much as he's been doing. So
Dixon with 3 yards on that one. Saw 55 Brandon Barnes on the tackle. 23 Gage Bryant there as well. We're going to call it 2nd and 7. It's maybe closer to 6. I'll give him 4 yards on the stat sheet. Dixon. So the combination of Combs and Dixon really doing a great job here. 2 wide receivers each side looking to throw. He's under pressure. Hobbs is there, and he's going to just throw this thing away. He got it over he got it over the line of scrimmage. So incomplete pass. 3rd down and 6. So he saved a few yards. Did Combs, as he was under a lot of pressure. Hobbs first,
3rd and 6.
Barnes second. Yes, 3rd and 6. 2:28 to go now.
Well, there's not a lot of people on their feet, but
they're kicking the stands.
They're calling for the 3rd down.
2 wide receivers to each side. 2 deep look, zone look for this Central Hardin team, and they just jumped off sides. Apollo's going to be 3rd and 11. It was number 4 out here to the side. Brock Berger, wide receiver, jumped early.
He did that early early on that first series as well.
So it looked like they may even be in a 4-deep look, like they were going to be taking away vertical routes. Central Hardin's corners were starting to back out. 3rd and 11 now. I think you'll see a bit of loose coverage over the top as well, expecting some deeper routes here. 3rd and 11. They need to get to the 10 for a first down. Do the Eagles play action? Look, screen the other way. He's got, oh my land.
He dropped it.
Listen, Jeff, he had the first down. That screen was set up perfectly.
It was perfect.
Nobody over there for the
hit
defense.
Him right in the chest. He just
land.
He took his eyes off the ball. Simplicity right there. Coach is not happy.
Man,
so 4th and 11, obviously they're going for it because they can't kick it. So
yeah, no field goal attempt coming.
That was a brilliant play call.
It really was.
It was a reverse
man.
screen.
Yeah, they play action fake, and they threw the screen to the back that they faked it to. He kind of Nobody was fooled by the play action fake, but they were fooled by the screen. So 4th and 11. They need a big play from Combs here. Not a lot of pressure. He's got time, but he's scrambling. He should have just sat in the pocket. Batted down. Gage Bryant there.
Gage Bryant comes in and tips it. Nice play. What a great defensive stand once again. So here we have the Bruins stopping them at about the 20-yard line. So going to turn the field around here.
So, Jeff, this is what this is very nice. This is what bad teams do.
Yeah.
Get opportunities to make plays. You have a ball right in your chest. And, again, Dante Dixon is a great football player. He's been very productive. But you get an opportunity to get a first down on a 3rd and 11 and just drop it on the ground.
The ball.
Yeah. You got a quarterback making a play, and so the Bruins will take over at their own 21. Tight trips left, no backs, but expecting jet sweep left. Maybe, jet sweep right. Quarterback keep on the read option look, and Spurrier will bull his way ahead for about 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
I think he's got 5. So Ian's on the tackle. Again, the leading tackler for this Eagles squad at his linebacker spot. Doing a great job. So 5-yard gain for Spurrier. Again, that's only with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. It's only the 4th offensive play for this Bruins squad. The Eagles have kept this offense off the field. They just haven't been able to get the points on the board when they've gotten into position. They got to the 10 and they got to the 16 and could do nothing with it. Jet sweep to Walker Meredith. No, it was quarterback keep again.
It was a QB keep. I think he's forward progress up to about the 28, even though he lands at about the 23.
So about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yeah,
we'll say 2, and they've got a 3rd and 3 left.
Manageable.
This is where they were on the last series through a short pass. I think they'll run the football here on 3rd and 3. They're facing a 4-4 defensive look. 3 deep. Free safety is cheating well to the left side. They're one-on-one down here on the bottom. They're not going to take that. Oh, yeah, they got to throw that flag. He's offside. So 65.
Offside, so there's our first down.
Great job by the Bruins and Zach Spurrier to draw him offside.
Nice. Okay. Easiest way in the world to get a first down, buddy.
Absolutely.
Bruins first down on that penalty.
Big number 65, Ethan Berry, at his defensive tackle spot, jumped early. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line here. Maybe the 33. 46 seconds to go. Deep motion now. Toss sweep. Meredith with the ball, turning it up. He'll get a few on that one. There's a flag coming from way in the back. That's going to be a hold, Jeff.
It's got to be. So I'm looking at I just happened to notice big number 79 out there.
Yeah.
He's a tall boy, and I looked down here at the thing, and they've got him listed, Charles Snyder, at 5'10".
I don't think that's Charles.
I think that's wrong. Yeah, that either the number is wrong or
yeah,
they've got something mixed up there.
So a 7-yard gain will be wiped out on 1st and 10 there. Meredith had a really good pickup. That is a spot foul. So it'll be a 1st and 13. That hold occurred downfield, kind of about where the play ended up. So 1st and 13, 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Motion across. Spurrier's going to throw the football. He's got screen to Hobbs tight end screen.
Nice.
Good play to the left there. They'll pick up about 6.
Number 11 brings him down. Very nice run by Hobbs.
Tackled inbounds. The clock looks like it will run out on the first quarter. 5-yard gain on the play on their first pass. So Hobbs will their second pass attempt, but he'll have his first catch.
They got 2 number 79s. This would be Carson Michael Carter, who's 6'3". So
I'd say
that's a little bit.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's 0-0, and again the Bruins have only run 6 offensive plays at this point. So great job by the Apollo offense of keeping this Bruin offense off the field. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. Jet sweep to the right side. Walker Meredith chased. Ooh, he breaks 2 tackles.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Good run for Meredith, and so Meredith will get it out to the 39 with a 5-yard gain. It looked like he was going to lose 2 or 3, Jeff.
Yeah, but he kept hanging in there.
So great job breaking a couple tackles on the edge there. Walker Meredith will make it a 3rd and 3. Again, 3rd and short yardage ought to give this Bruin offense a great opportunity to convert. They did on the last series with an offsides penalty. 11:24 and counting here in the second quarter.
3rd and 3. It is manageable.
So Mason Gardner's going to shift over to the right side, tight end and wing left. Double handoff to Lamarion Blunt.
He never cut it
up.
up.
Did not get it.
Oh, my gosh. He should have cut it up the seam, and he would have had it back towards the center, but he kept widening it out and never broke.
Wow, 4th and 1 after a 2-yard gain by Blunt. Well, you're on your own side of the 50 here, on your own 41, 4th and just less than a yard.
They're going for it.
Looks like Coach Mattingly wants to get this with a big offensive
big
line.
Like Spurrier back there.
It's Spurrier or Gardner here, but
yeah.
And I would have expected to see Tucker Walters. He's playing on the line right now, however. He's playing right guard. A lot of times they bring him in to play a running back spot. He's actually in there. So tight end left, tight wing to the right as well.
Under center.
They're going to go jet sweep to Gardner. He'll cut that up quickly to get the first down. Yeah. Smart move
Very good.
by Gardner.
100%, and that's what if Blunt would have done that last time, I think he would have gotten it. But good run by Gardner.
Jeff, I never love, and again, it works out in a lot of cases, but I never love running sideways on a short yardage situation. Too many things can go wrong, but when you got a guy like Gardner who realizes I've got to get to the marker.
Cut it now.
Get
it now.
If you see anything, take it and get the yard and don't worry about, making a big play.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Bruins. Give us to Gardner. Nice cutback. About 7 yards on that carry. He's getting warmed up now.
He is. You get he and Walker Meredith, they just start punishing you up the middle like that over and over again.
The running, look at this, Jeff. It's like a single wing set with the quarterback as the tailback, and they've got an up back who's Adam Hobbs on the left side on that strong side. Same play. A power to the left. Gardner got it, Jeff? He needed 3.
So, yeah, they're giving it to him.
No,
just a hair short.
Just short. So 3rd and 1, now less than 1. We're going to give it a 3-yard carry for Gardner, but he's just a hair short. 79 checking out. The big fella for the Eagles checking out. 8:54 to go. Again, they're running this single wing look with an extra man to the left. Hobbs, the up back. Wow, Eanes almost
nice
got there. Great job by Gardner.
Oh, my gosh, what a gutsy run. Just kept moving all the way down to about the 30-yard line.
13-yard gain for Mason Gardner.
Down to the 28.
So another
29.
first down. So the Bruins have a drive going here. We said that this might be the mismatch, Jeff, this offense against this defense.
Yeah, and it's starting to prove to be the case.
Again, 8:27. We'll see if they can finish the drive, which is what the Eagles have not been able to do, is to finish the drive in the red zone. So 29-yard line here. Under center, toss sweep to Blunt. He's going to use his speed. He turned that one up hard.
Yeah, this time he did. Good job. And he picked up a couple yards.
3 or 4 on the carry. I'm going to give him 3. Bring up a 2nd and 7. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The single wing look to the right again here with Hobbs as the up back. Wedged it to the right, but it's the quarterback on a naked bootleg. He's got about 4 on the carry. So Spurrier, naked boot basically to the weak side of the formation.
It's a nice play action up the middle. They a lot of them went for it.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Seen a lot of 3rd and 3, haven't we?
Often.
I think that's the 4th one of those we've seen here.
One of them solved by a drop pass, one of them solved by an offsides.
Yeah.
And a couple of just running ups.
So I expect to see them run the football here on 3rd and 3 at the 23-yard line of the Eagles. Under center this time with that overloaded formation to the right. Play action look, they're going to throw it. Looking for Hobbs. He's not there. Deep throw. Great throw and catch.
Yes.
Caden Elmore.
He's got Elmore right.
Pulls it in on the comeback route.
Looks like about the 8-yard line he's got him at. Very nice
So
catch.
A 15-yard throw and catch to Caden Elmore. Good throw, and he had the bootleg action allowed him to really have a lot of time out there.
He was totally looking for Hobbs on that, but Hobbs was too well covered.
So Elmore making the good catch on the sideline on the comeback route, the deep comeback. 6:46 to go here. And traditional wing T over look to the right. Well, not traditional. A couple of lead blockers. Spurrier just bowling in.
Behind him and
right to the goal line. No signal yet. No signal yet.
From the Zebras.
Oh, it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1.
A little bit short.
7-yard gain from Spurrier. 2nd and goal from the 1. So that was still.
He followed Hobbs and he followed Gardner behind.
That's right.
But just came up a little short.
Timeout called by the Eagles with 6:19 to go. They want to talk about this. This is an HCEC-TV student production division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, Ron Hartley in the truck, Travion Doolin, Jeremiah Palumbo, Devontae Carney, and Zane Jones. Thanks to the students on the cameras tonight, bringing you the action in this first-round playoff matchup. Thanks also to NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and is providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today.
Or to watch your nephew play football in Georgia.
You know, they're not on tonight, but I need to be checking scores here and see how that's going. 6:19 to go. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's going to be a turn and give to Gardner. Or no. Gardner had it. He walked in.
He just literally walked in.
He
got no signal. He kept looking to see.
I mean, I don't know if the officials knew that he had the ball. I thought he had it.
Yeah, I think he faked the officials out.
Yeah, so great job
hilarious. There. He just kept looking like, I'm in here. I'm standing in the end zone. Anybody want to signal it?
So Gardner with a touchdown. And they're going to go for 2 here, get it to Gage Bryant on the left side. He's going to sneak his way through the line.
All right.
So 2-point conversion, 8-0 Bruins. Good drive.
This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production of HCEC-TV, and it's a division of the Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all of your telecommunication needs. Want to thank Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in E-Town, Hodgeville, Radcliffe, South Louisville, and online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. E-Town Apartments, family-owned, operated management system service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto Scrap and Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling.
All right, Case Van Blyenberg setting it up, ready to kick off. Jeff, I just counted it up, an impressive 14-play drive for the Bruins.
Very nice.
They finish it off, cap it with a 2-point conversion, so 8-0 for the Bruins. Van Blyenberg to kick it away. Kicks a strange squibby kick down to about the 2 or 3. Number 8's got it. That's Contrado.
Oh, my.
A nice little run back. Gets it over the 20 to about the 22.
Yeah, it takes it off to the edge there. We also want to thank E-Town Exterminating, which is a locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com.
So with 6:09 to go, the Eagles will have 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Combs in the shotgun. The wide receivers are stacked. It's a give.
Oh, yeah.
Dixon slammed in the backfield. That's Tyler Caudell.
Big number,
69.
Caudell came in and with authority stopped that
tackle
run.
for loss, so Dixon is going to lose a couple on that. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 or a long 11.
A little bit of a tilt-a-whirl for him going down on that.
Spun him down. So Caudell usually just on the offensive side, playing the nose guard spot here in this 3-man front.
Knows how to tackle.
Absolutely. Good quick hitch there. Missed by Bryant on the tackle
Yes.
attempt. Great play by number 12, Bryson Vallada.
Gage went for the quick tackle and just did not wrap.
So a 13-yard gain for Vallada. And he's caught 3 passes so far tonight. He's having himself a good start to this ballgame. He's been tough to handle here. 2 wide receivers to each side. 1st and 10 now. Combs and Dixon there in the backfield. They've got it at about the 35. So a good start to the drive. A nice completion on a quick hitch to the slot receiver. Wide both sides. They've spread it out to run the football here. Good downhill north and south run from Dixon. He'll get about 4 out to the 39.
Going to be about 6 yards short. He did it. Kind of came up to that line and chose his spot and then finally broke left.
Again, they're running what's called a deuce formation, which means the slots are wider. Ace would be with the slots tight to the tackles. So in that deuce formation, Combs keeping his feet alive. He's got number 8 wide open down here. Wow, that's going to be a hold. And a sack for the Bruins. Hobbs there to make the sack.
Probably going to decline that holding penalty with that kind of a sack.
Absolutely.
Give up, take it down away. Hold.
That would have to be declined.
They're declining.
It will be.
It will be.
So
decline, so you lose the down and you still get the backwards.
So an 8-yard loss for Combs on that one. On the sack by, I believe Adam was there first and then Andrew there to clean it up. So maybe you split that up, half a sack for each player.
Feel like the big boys up front are getting a little more penetration than they were on those first few.
Yeah,
starting to tighten it up.
Number 8, Contrado, was open down here on the left, and Combs was not looking that way. 3rd and 13, crossing route. Vallada's got it. Dancing, trying to get, he's about 3 yards short, so about a 10-yard gain for Bryson Vallada, his 4th catch now. Had they not been sacked, that would have been a big play, but it's going to be 4th down and 3.
I have a feeling they're punting this time.
You'd have to think they would. Maybe they're gambling because you're the underdog.
Might be, but
3:39 and counting, Jeff, here.
Combs is still in.
If I were coach, I would run this all the way down, call timeout, and punt it, Coach Edge, because you don't want to give Central Hardin much time.
No, you do not, because with 3 minutes
and that's
left,
what they're doing here. They're just going to run it down into the last second of the 25-second clock. And that's what they'll do. Timeout for the Eagles. So Coach Edge calls timeout.
West Point Bank, we want to thank them. They have 5 offices located in E-Town, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank. It's hometown banking made simple. We do want to again say thank you to all of those that are in the truck and that work for HCEC-TV, students and those that are employees of there. And it's been a good year. We appreciate them working with us and allowing us to do this. You know, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's excellent experience for our students. Ron Hartley does a great job out there. Obviously, we have John White and Gina Ryan who do that at times, but our HCEC-TV staff does a great job of training and teaching our young people, giving them great TV production experience. So
great on-the-job experience.
Fantastic. All right, 4th and 3, and they will go into pump formation. I believe it's number 44 back to kick. Braxton Franey. Is that 4-4? I see a 4 on the jersey.
Jamar Caldwell, probably. DeQuavion.
No, that's
Jamar.
4. No. That's Franey.
Oh, it is Franey.
They may have a couple of 44s, just
Franey.
like to have a couple of 79s.
Right. I was looking at number 43.
So punt was away. It's not a great kick, but
it's not huge. That's a great advantage.
Bruins with 3:06 to go will start on the right hash on their own 30. They've got 70 yards in 3 minutes, so plenty of time for this offense.
They do, and that last couple of defensive stands were much better. The first couple of defensive opportunities were kind of the bend don't break style there, but came away with no points.
Now,
which is good.
So everything has gone exactly the way Apollo wants, except for getting points on the board on those long drives.
Exactly.
They've controlled the ball. This is only the 3rd time the Bruins have had the football.
Yeah.
And Michael Cammon's in checking in for Gardner. I don't know what's going on with Mason Gardner. I guess they just wanted to I think they were fixing a helmet. I see him getting his helmet strapped back up. They're going to go to Cammon's in on a fullback trap. Nothing there. Good defensive play.
Wow.
79 in there on the tackle.
Very impressive
61 Eanes there. Number 54 was there as well. 54 is Caden Howard. What's 79's name again, Jeff?
79. The real 79 is Carson Carter.
Carson Carter,
the big 6'3" outside lineman, defensive lineman.
So Carter and Howard making the stop. No gain really on the carry there for Meredith. 2nd and 10. They're at the 30 still. Ace formation, shotgun look. They're going quick hitch to Meredith out there. Great move by Walker Meredith.
Oh, man.
He got the first down. 11-yard throw and catch.
Very impressive. Caught that ball, started spinning like he was going out of bounds, and then just cut it back and completely juked the defender.
So, listen, we haven't seen Meredith in that wide receiver spot, but great hitch route.
Absolutely. He's been coming out of the backfield mostly.
Ineligible receiver downfield is the call, so that'll wipe out the 11-yard gain. And so
that's heartbreaking. So we're coming back now.
Let's see where they step this off. I think is that a 5-yard step off or a 10? 5-yard step off. So it'll be 2nd and 15.
Behind the sticks.
For the Bruins, maybe 2nd and 14, somewhere in that.
Thankfully, we haven't seen a lot of this either tonight for the Bruins. Behind the sticks.
So tight end wing left. Give on the stretch play to the left side. Good run there by Mason Gardner. He'll pick up about 6. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Clock is running under 2 minutes now. We're just going under the 2-minute mark. They're only going to give him.
Not much.
They gave him about 6 yards, maybe 7.
6, but he only gets. That's right. Yeah, 7.
3rd and 8.
Yeah,
we'll give him 7 yards. So 3rd and 8. Big play here. Tight trips to the right. Tight end left. They're going to throw it over here, trying to get it. Oh, they've got down the field.
He's got him.
Engstrand with the catch, turning it up.
He's got all kinds of room. Nice
Good
catch and run. Engstrand down to about the 39-yard line, or actually he's down to about the 33, 37. Nice run.
31-yard throw and catch.
Stayed in bounds.
It's a flood route, Jeff. They had 2 out routes and a deep corner route behind it. And great throw on the sideline to the middle receiver, the deep out. which was Jackson Engstrand. You flood the zone on one side with 3 guys. That's what we call it. Inside
Mason
look
Gardner
there.
Up the middle.
103 and counting. They still have 3 timeouts, do the Bruins,
Looks
and
like
they're going to
about
call the
5
first one.
yards
Now, I
there.
was wondering when Coach Mattingly would start taking advantage. That 4-yard game, was that Gardner with the carry?
Yes, Mason Gardner
So
right
Mason
up the middle.
Gardner, 4 yards.
At least 4. I'm thinking
2nd and
closer
6.
To,
I'm
they
going
gave
2nd
him
and
4.
6. Yeah,
It is.
he's down. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line at this point. When we pick back up, this is an HCEC-TV student production of Division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to the live sports coverage sponsors: Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew: Ron Hartley, Travion Doolin, Jeremiah Palumbo, Devontae Carney, and Zane Jones. So a big 2nd and 6, 58 seconds to go here. 2 timeouts remaining for the Bruins. They need 34 yards. Obviously, they've got a field goal kicker. They can get 3 if they need it. I'm sure they'd love to get 7 or 8 out of this. Trips to the left. Motion coming across. It's a jet sweep look. Walker Meredith,
Walker's
all
got
kind of room.
kinds of room.
Man, that Eanes
Very
guy,
nice.
61, is
He's everywhere.
dangerous.
He is definitely a ball hawk for sure,
Yeah.
man.
So about a 10-yard gain there for Meredith. I'm going to give him 11. He's down to the 23. The clock is ticking at 47 seconds. They're going to go same play, other direction. It's exact. Oh, quarterback is going to keep it on the counter.
Cut it back.
Steps out of bounds. Smart move.
Yeah,
5
he
yards.
does. Stops that clock with 37.7 seconds left. Definitely want to put some points on the board with this one. That's makes a big difference.
They only gave him 3 on the carry there. Thought he'd gotten a little further up the field on that.
We did the initial kickoff, so we're receiving the ball when we come back out second half too.
Yeah, they'll get it again, won't they? All right, so with the out of bounds there, the clock stopped, they can kind of reset. It looked like they were going to run the same play again, but then quarterback kept it more of a quarterback counter look off of the jet sweep action. It's a bootleg look. Blunt's open. He's going to go deep, though. Elmore's got it. Oh, bad call, ref. Let me tell you. So, honestly, from our vantage point,
I think he had
Elmore
that.
had 1 foot down. You only have to have 1 in high school.
Yeah, I was gonna
that
say,
is a touchdown.
College.
I don't think that referee calls games in the NFL, but I think he was looking at that a little wrong.
Yeah, I think he was.
Man, good throw and catch out
I
there.
want to see the replay on that. I believe we had a toe drag on that.
Cue it up. Cue up the replay.
Frustrating.
That would have been a 21-yard touchdown. It was 3rd and 7 now from the 21. 30 seconds to go. Quarterback counter straight ahead this time. He is going to be stopped, so they've got to call that second timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. It'll bring up about a 4th and 3 after the 3-yard gain.
Man.
So let's talk about that play again, Jeff. We had a corner route from Elmore. We had Lamarion Blunt in the flat.
And he made a great reaching catch, but he had 1 foot on the ground when he caught that ball.
Yeah, Blunt was wide open. I thought he was going to Blunt, but, boy, Spurrier made a great throw.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't say Elmore was covered, but
it was. I'm sorry, Elmore, not Blunt, but yeah.
Yeah, but
he had a man on him. But
he had a man on him, but he had a step.
He was behind him.
He had a step, but
one step
tough throw and put right on the money.
And he went up and caught the ball. He went up and caught the ball.
Gracious,
that was
boys.
just beautiful.
I want to see the. I'll have to get one of the coaches to send me the huddle film on that one because it sure looked like he got one down there. And, and the official missed it. So 24 seconds, 4th and 3. They're at their at the 17-yard line of the Eagles. Wow, what a pivotal moment here, especially for Apollo, who has played in this game better than you would have expected.
Right, they've stayed in. They've kept the offense off the field. Thankfully, Central's going to have back-to-back offensive series here. So it looks like they're going for it.
Oh, absolutely. You could send Case Van Blindberg. This is well within his range.
Sure, absolutely.
But, wow, no back. Quarterback under center on 4th and 3. It's got to –
oh.
Trying to get it,
They
and they
did.
draw
There
him
you go.
again. Can
Very
you believe
nice.
that, Jeff? Wow.
2 of those tonight. Man, they got their first down. What an awesome go, Spurrier. Very nice. I don't know what he was doing, but he used the hard count and got him off.
One of the linebackers for the Eagles just put his hands on his head. He can't believe that the D linemen are getting drawn off like that.
And crucial
oh
times.
My goodness! 23 seconds to go in the half. If the Eagles play that well and play it correctly, you get out of here just down a score.
Correct. Now you got Coach Edge over there. You know he's going crazy with that, giving up 2 first downs by offsides.
Officials have something going on here. All right. So 24 seconds here, and
now your
wait a minute. Wait. What's going on here? We have 2 wide receivers to the right, tight end, slot left.
These officials are not happy about something.
The clock? I think they want the clock at like 23. Oh, no, there it is, 24-4. That's what they want. Okay, so 24.4 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at the 12. They can get a first down, the Bruins, just inside the 2, obviously. We'll see if they want to run the football, if they're going to throw it here. There still is a timeout. They can run it. Sprint out look. Nobody open. It's going to be thrown away. Good play by Spurrier just to get rid of that thing. So 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds. Good play against Spurrier. You just got to take care of the clock there, not – throw into coverage, and everybody was covered on that look. Big 2nd down here. Under center here. Again, the Bruins have 1 timeout remaining. Deep motion, toss sweep to Meredith over the left side. Nothing there.
Nothing there at all.
Wow.
14 seconds. Did he get out of bounds?
No, he did not. They're going to have to call that timeout with 12 seconds remaining. It was number 11 for Apollo that made that stop. Very good play. I think that's Tavius Walker on that play, and I believe number 9, Alex Fry, was on that one as well. So a couple of the outside linebacker and DB coming up to make that stop. Fantastic play for Apollo. And it'll be 3rd and 10. No gain for Meredith on the toss sweep there.
All right, 12.6. So you definitely want to try it one more time, right? And if you can't get anything, then
probably kick the field goal.
Kick a field goal.
I'm sure Coach, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Coach didn't, go for it on 4th down. But with 12.6 now, no timeouts remaining. You've got to throw it in the end zone here.
You totally do.
So hopefully that's what they're saying in the huddle right there as they draw up a play for a they need 12 yards. They're on the 12-yard line. It's 3rd and 10. They're on the left hash, which would mean, again, a left hash field goal for the right-footed kickers. A pretty good angle for Case Van Blindberg. And from here, it'd be a 29-yarder.
Your field is short, folks, when you're at this point, so your play options are a lot more limited.
So it's Meredith and Elmore to the right. Pressure on Spurrier. He's just going to throw it up. Elmore almost had a one-handed grab, but that will fall incomplete as well. So let's see what Coach Mattingly wants to do. There's Case running onto the field, so Van Blindberg will set up for a 29-yard field goal attempt here.
Well,
6 seconds remaining.
Apollo's defense held well. They had some definite pressure on Spurrier coming back there. So this is a little different team than what they played earlier in the year.
It was number 74, Braden Dant, who had the pressure on the outside there to make Spurrier just throw that one up. The hold is good. The kick looks good as long as it's not left.
It's good.
It's good. 3 points.
3 points for Spurrier.
For the Bruins.
For those of you that were not with us last week, we were just so excited to watch Watch Van Blyenberg kick one in from about, was it 48 yards?
It was a 46-yarder, Jeff.
46-yard field goal. This place went crazy.
He's got all kind of legs, so he knocks that one through from 29. It's a chip shot for Case. And there's 1.9 remaining. 11-0 here for the Bruins. Again, they've only had 3 possessions in this half. They've come away with points on their last 2 possessions. But each possession for both teams have been really long drives. Now, let me just put this in perspective. 3 series for each. Generally speaking, when I coached offensive football in high school, you expected somewhere between 12 and 15 series per game. That held true almost regularly here. At this point, with just 3 series, you're on pace for 6.
Yeah.
It's been 14 and I think about a 12 or 13 play drive there.
Long
and then we
drives.
saw the Apollo had 2 drives that were really long drives that ended with no points.
0.
Very few opportunities for these offenses. Van Blyenberg will hit it. I believe that's going to be fielded on about the 5. It's number 6,
He's
Dixon, with
around to get it.
The horn has sounded. Dixon is going to try to score it. He will be tackled, so the half will end, Jeff.
Halftime.
Central Hardin Bruins 11, Owensboro Apollo Eagles nothing. We'll come back after a 15-minute break for second half action.
Hi, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Brandenburg Telecom, and we have Shane Witt, Customer Relations Manager for Brandenburg. Shane, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started working for Brandenburg Telephone Company in January of 2011. I've been there for almost 12 years now. I've done a little bit of everything at Brandenburg Telephone. Started out on line crew. I've done some troubleshooting, installations, dispatch. I keep telling people they can't find anything I'm good at, so they just keep moving me from department to department.
Well, they could call you a jack of all trades. So, can you touch a little bit on the background and the history of Brandenburg?
Yeah. So we started in 1950, established in 1950 from the former Meade County Telephone Company. So we're going on over 72 years now in the community. We started out with just telephone services, and now we're doing internet, cable, security, and surveillance. And we offer a new line of cameras called Arlo, and we also offer our BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi services.
I know that BBTEL Blast, there's so many exciting things about this service. Can you touch a little bit more on that?
Sure. Yep. So for the past year now, we've been deploying our BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi, and what that has really done for our customers is it put them in control of their Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of features like parental controls, setting schedules of when their kids can be on the internet, setting up new networks without having to call in. Of course, we're always welcome our customers to call us, but now we have an option for customers who like to take care of those things on their own.
And somebody that has a small little nephew that loves to get into everything, it's so important to be able to kind of restrict what they get into and what they might accidentally stumble upon on the World Wide Web.
Absolutely, yeah, and my kids probably don't like it that we have that app, because anytime they get in trouble, I can just turn their internet usage off just by my telephone.
It sounds like something you can't not have.
That's right. After having it, I couldn't imagine not having the capabilities of controlling my internet without having to call into the office.
So can you talk a little bit about how important it is to invest in the community?
Yeah, so it's really important to invest in the community, invest into kids and that want to take advantage of our co-op program and student workers, because a lot of those kids that we've used for a co-op program have decided to stay at the telephone company, and we have some people, that's where they started, and they've been there for 20 plus years now. So it's really important to invest in the community, because it often comes back.
Hardin County is just one of the greatest areas in the state, and I'm biased because I work here. But so many great talents, and just being able to find just those diamonds in the rough and be able to just watch them grow, just from that young age, and people that are potentially future customers of Brandenburg that get to work there and experience all the stuff that you all have to offer. And speaking of all the things that you have to offer, you've been so gracious to help us provide live sports coverage for the past 20 years. You and Vanderbilt Telecom are the only reason that we're able to show all the parents out there their kids in live sports action every week, sometimes multiple times a week, and we just have to thank you.
Yeah, so it's a good partnership and relation that we have with HCEC-TV, and a lot of our student workers that come through Brandenburg Telephone Company in our central office, they aid support with HCEC-TV, and it is a good service to give back to the community. You know, myself, I have a son that plays soccer, and sometimes in Hardin County, and you know, I may not always watch it on Channel 1, but it's kind of nice to say, you know what, I want to watch that when it comes back on. I want to see that play that I may have missed, and I want to see again. So I really enjoy the ball games that are shot by HCEC-TV.
You know, and always being able to say, hey, my kid was on TV.
That's right.
So if anybody wants service from Brandenburg Telecom, what's the easiest way to get hold of it?
Yep, the easiest way is the old-fashioned telephone. Just give us a phone call and let us know what services that you'd like. You can always shop on our website and kind of get an idea of, you know, how much internet do I need. We do have some tools on our website that bandwidth calculators that let you say, okay, I have 10 TVs that I'm streaming on, and it gets you an idea of what package that you would need for your home.
And with everything being connected to the internet now, something like that is so important because you may not realize all the devices that you have that's getting something from the internet.
You're exactly right. And one thing that's really changed in recent years is it's not all about the download speeds anymore. Now you got to consider upload speeds. So think about, you know, churches that are streaming their services on Facebook Live. You know, that's using upload. One thing that we're really proud of in all of our fiber services, every speed package we have is symmetrical. So you don't have to worry about determining how much download do I need versus how much upload. You can just focus on how much download do I need and know that I'm going to get the same upload speed and I have no data caps.
Brandenburg Telecom is the place here in Hardin County to get internet and any other thing you need. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. Thank you so much for all the great work that you do. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And let's go back to some live sports action.
Welcome back to Central Hardin High School. We're back for second half action. Paul Gray here. I have Jeff Knoll alongside me for the second half. We've got an 11-0 Central Hardin lead in the first half. It was an interesting first half, one that honestly went exactly how the Owensboro Apollo Eagles would have wanted it to go. The Coach John Edge, had to have been thrilled with how his boys played, but you've got to put points on the board. Yeah. Their first two drives, they got to the 10-yard line, came away with no points. Then they got it down to the 16-yard line and got no points. So they just did not get anything out of those big drives. Again, Central Hardin only had two big drives, so pretty even. The difference is the Bruins came away with 11 points, and the Eagles came away with nothing on those two.
And the Bruins have that advantage of knowing they've got a solid kicker in their hip pocket. And that last series was a perfect example of being able to try everything possible to punch it in from the red zone. I mean, they totally did. And but, you know, hats off to the Apollo defense. They held them tight. But, hey, you just throw Case Van Blyenberg in there, and boom, you got 3 points. So here we are at 11-0. And Bruins get the ball back.
So, yeah, they do. They'll start with the ball. I'm sure this will be a critical drive to start the second half. If they can go down and put a touchdown on the board, I'd say it's over at that point.
Seals the game.
So really big first series for both sides. I was talking at the break with Jeff here and just mentioning, you know, when I was a coach and calling offenses and defenses in high school football, it was pretty much without fail. We would have between 12 and 15 possessions in a ball game.
Right.
It would be somewhere in that range every time. Both of these teams at this point have had 3 possessions each. That is
It's crazy.
Unbelievable that both teams have sustained, double-digit play drives, 2 of them each.
Right.
With a lot of runs in there, a lot of completed passes where you're going to see the clock continue to run. There have only been a few penalties, a couple of those offsides penalties, one ineligible receiver downfield penalty. And so this thing, the clock has moved, and just 3 possessions for each team. That is, you'll see, I would suspect in the second half, we'll see a more typical half where each team will have more like 6 possessions each.
Right.
6 or 7 possessions down the stretch, again, which would be way more typical. But certainly that is a
so both teams
shocking.
Both teams have been moving the ball with some efficiency, and their defenses have, as we said earlier, they've been bending but not breaking, so to speak. So they've been been holding them tight. We really only had. I wouldn't say we've had really one huge big breakaway play yet. We haven't seen the big play. It's been a lot of 8, 10 yards, maybe 12, 15 yards on a play, but nothing like these huge. Although we will say we still believe that there was a touchdown on Central Hardin side that would have been a nice long play.
Yeah, great throw from Spurrier into the corner to Elmore, and it looked like they'd executed that beautifully.
Unfortunately, the ref at the corner didn't see it that way. So.
Yeah.
But here we go. Bruins still on top, 11-0. Get the ball back, so they've got 2 successive offensive series back-to-back here, which is always kind of the way you want to play it. That's the ideal scenario for a coach to end the half with the ball and get the ball back second half.
So a little announcement here, Jeff, and it has relevance to this football game, actually. So I'm going to announce tonight that my daughter, Katie Gray, has made her college decision, her college choice. She's going to be playing golf and studying pre-medicine at Campbellsville University.
Go, Katie!
Coach Davis has been amazing down there at Campbellsville, and
so awesome.
And has made a very good offer to her, and so she'll be with that golf program. And here's the relevance to the ball game. Big number 79, Carson Carter.
Yes, sir.
His sister, Briley Carter, is on the Campbellsville golf team and will be playing with Katie. His dad, Jared Carter, who's the golf coach at Apollo.
You saw him at the break.
Saw Jared Carter, Coach Carter, who is the golf coach, as I said.
That's the big 79 dude.
That's big number 79. So I think
that's awesome.
Let me look at their roster here. 79, Carson Carter. Yeah, they don't have a 70 on the roster. I think he's worn 70 as well in the past. But
proud of your girls. They're just, as I've said, Paul's obviously proud of his own girls, but let me verify, he has 100% reason to be. They are just tremendously amazing young ladies. I'd take them as daughters in a heartbeat. And what's super cool is now, so you got Katie going to Campbellsville, and his older daughter Paige already plays for Lindsey Wilson, so they will be going head-to-head against one another in golf next year.
I don't necessarily expect them to end up in the same groupings together when they match up.
Right. But
one
the
of
teams
them
will be head-to-head.
But the teams will be head-to-head, and they'll be out there on the course, and their girls will be taking each other on, so that's going to be an interesting they've always been teammates, basketball, golf together here at Central Hardin, and now they'll be battling it out. All right, number 44 on to kick off, Braxton Franey. He'll knock that over the heads and into the end zone. Nicely done.
On that. Yeah, that was no shabby kick for not having a kicker. He did pretty well.
So Braxton Franey, 44, again on his extra points, is just 2 for 2. Is 2 for 2 on the season. So maybe they've got a kicker and
just don't want to use him.
Well, or just didn't know it until recently. Maybe he's a new addition or someone that they tried out when some of the other kicking duties were not.
But there were a couple of times tonight where we thought maybe they might give it a go.
Oh, man.
But kicking from
honestly,
a tee.
They should have.
Kicking from a tee and kicking for a field goal are 2 different things.
It's still on a tee, man. I don't know.
That's true.
And again, they weren't long field goals. They weren't much longer than an extra point. So, all right, here they go. Bruins taking over. Oh, good run for Gardner. Got space.
Kinds of space. Oh, Kinds, and he's still rolling.
Over the
across
50 to the
midfield.
47.
Oh, my gosh, what a run. Now, that was the biggest play of the night right there, folks.
23-yard gain for Mason Gardner. Had all kinds of room to run there. So, Jeff, again, that look was kind of that single wing look with an up back. But
coaches saw something.
That time Gardner was behind the quarterback.
Yeah. They saw something and put it into action right off the bat.
Kind of a pistol look. That's what you call it when the back is behind a shotgun quarterback, not to the side. Again, they've got the up back to the left. That's Adam Hobbs. Gardner cuts back. He is stuffed. Maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, he's going to get it. They're going to give him to about the 41, 42.
Who's on that tackle?
Yeah, I think they're putting it
looks
to
like
40,
74. Nope, 54 on the tackle. Caden Howard makes the play. So they're going to give him 4 on the carry. So Gardner starts off this half with gains of 23 and 4. They're to the Eagle 42-yard line here. The back is to the weak side in the set now. Quarterback counter. Wow, right away tackled at the line. Yeah. Well, he fell forward for a couple, but that's their leading tackler, 61, Morgan Eanes.
So they're going to mark it right at the 40, I believe. So, nope, they're actually taking it back to about the 40.
Wow.
I guess you'd count that as the 41, but.
Gain of 2 for Spurrier on that carry. Spurrier was 4 of 7 passing in the first half. Give us the guard. Wow, that whole side of the line disappeared.
That's just like that first play.
Woo.
And they saw it again and took it. Wow.
So a 21-yard gain on that 3rd and short. Jeff, where did the line go? It was,
on the other side of the field.
Oh, my goodness. So the right side of the Bruin offensive line, I believe just Tyler Caudell had kind of gone over, kind of an overbalanced look to that side.
Yeah.
And the 2 Hobbs boys, Tucker Walters and Caudell, just blew that whole side of the line up.
And they sealed that down big.
They did. Gardner didn't run into anybody. Oh, my goodness, they went the wrong way. But Spurrier's got it.
He basically took the right thing. Well, they were sealing on this end of the line, so there was room to run.
Mason Gardner may have gone the wrong way on that.
Oh,
yeah, he's hitting himself on the helmet.
He did realize what he did, but they still picked up a few.
8-yard gain for Spurrier. He found the hole that Gardner was supposed to be in, I think.
Exactly did, because Elmore was down here sealing on the end, or was that Lamar?
Lamarion Blunt.
Lamarion Blunt, yeah, he was sealing on the edge, so.
They're down to the 12-yard line, 2nd and 2. Give to Gardner, same side, same play. Touchdown, Bruins!
Touchdown, Bruins!
12,
nice run.
Yeah, 12-yard touchdown run for Mason Gardner. And just look at the body language of the Eagles right now.
Yeah,
they have come out. Maybe they're a little bit worn down by those long 14-play drives.
And, like I say, they were on the field for a long drive there just towards at the end of the first half. Yeah, their shoulders are slumped and heads are down right now.
Well, that was a 5-play drive. Spurrier going to throw this one, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion.
So 17,
that was
18, 19.
I believe that's 10. Noah Payton on the reception on the 2-point conversion. So as you said, 8 points on that touchdown because of the 2-point conversion. It's 19-0 now with 9:20 to go. And Jeff, what did we say about this first drive?
Super important, and that says a lot. And
wow.
if they scored, that might just be it, because at this point we have not seen anything that would show us they've got the explosive nature to be able to come back and go ahead and be able to stop Central Hardin.
The offense has done a nice job for Apollo, but not the explosive or consistency to be able to execute all the way down the field.
They get some nice, short plays, but they just don't have that big playability at this point. We haven't seen that.
I think if they've got a chance, it's going to be number 12, Bryson Vallada, who's had a catch of 28 yards.
Right.
That was the only play of over 20 yards that we've seen here from this group. Van Bleinberg to kick off with 9:20 to go here in the third, and he has hit the bottom of that ball. That ball was not hit well. Boy, it bounces at the 18.
Yeah.
Taken by number 6, Dixon. Knocked
Drives
out of
him
bounds there. Who was on that tackle? Let's see.
That
Tying
was,
the shoe. 44, that's McKay Payton
and Adam
making the
Hobbs.
tackle.
Or no, Hobbs is just checking in.
No, that's 44. That was McKay Payton
okay.
making that play on the sideline there. So the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the left hash. They've got it marked at the 25, nose right on the 25. 9:17 to go here in the third. And again, we've seen so many long drives that the Bruins put together a 5-play drive there. And that one, again, it would seem to indicate that Bruins may be kind of taking charge of this thing here a little bit.
Yeah, see what we can do here. If they get a quick shutdown on this and get the ball back, that would.
Motion from the back. He's coming back the other way for a jet sweep look. Good run. Good space on the outside. That was number 1, Niles Board.
Yeah.
He'll pick up about 8. Caden Elmore on the tackle. Bring up a 2nd down and 3 maybe after a 7-yard gain, actually. Board got out of bounds, stopping the clock. Again, we didn't see a lot of clock stoppages in the first half, which is why there were only 3 possessions. So wide formation here. They're going to give Dixon.
A couple of yards. He's brought back. Oh, we got a lot of extracurricular on there. Dixon grabbed, I can't see the number.
44, McKay Payton.
Yeah, Payton coming in, and then Dixon grabbed him and tried to slam him down, actually. So they don't usually throw a roughing the tackler.
Yeah.
It's not something you usually get. I mean, you can get unsportsmanlike conduct, but.
Well, forward progress was enough. The 3-yard gain from Dixon will get him to the 1st down.
Yeah.
So they needed 3. He got exactly 3. The nose is right at the 35. It started on the 25, so they've picked it up barely. 1st and 10 Eagles here. Empty backfield, trips to the right side, 2 wides, and they're going to go quarterback draw here. Yeah. Wow, Blunt does a great job coming off the block there.
Nothing going right there. Uh-oh. Somebody got
late hit by the Bruins on the quarterback.
Man. That was unnecessary.
I think that was Brandon Barnes, 55.
I didn't see that coming in. Why would he have done that? The whistle had blown.
It didn't make a bit of sense. Personal foul.
That was ridiculous.
So they had stopped him for a no gain on the play. Great play by Lamarian Blunt, beating the blocker, which was Vallada, and going in and making the stop. But that 15-yarder will put it right at the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 Eagles.
Gives them some energy. And I mean, you're winning, but you're still only winning, you know, it's a 3-score game. But you just never want to do cheap things.
Yeah, so interesting. The left tackle is the Carter kid, but he's wearing 77 now, which there is no 77 on their roster. So interesting. Oh, what a throw and catch there.
And he puts that right in there.
Man, tight coverage by Blunt. Blunt is so frustrated with himself. He was all over Vallada, and Combs did a great job just fitting that in there where there didn't seem to be any space. So a 7-yard pass completion to Vallada.
I'm wondering if 77 is Charles Snyder.
Honestly, left tackle, that's where Carter plays, is the left tackle position. They don't have a 77 on the roster.
They don't, and Charles Snyder's not listed as in terms of position. So
they may have. I don't know what's going on there.
The height
Strange.
would work.
Yeah, it would. He's a very tall guy, and I think that's where he's been playing. Oh boy, half the team was not ready for that snap. trying to go with a quarterback sweep there, and they get maybe a yard, but there's an illegal motion. So what was going on there? They had a tight trips to the right, 2 wide receivers left, and so the quarterback in an empty backfield just trying to run a sweep there to the trips side, but half the guys were still moving around over there in the trips formation. They weren't ready.
So it's offsides, illegal motion.
So instead of 2nd and 4, it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles, back to the 49 of the Bruins.
So get a little bit of that penalty back.
.6:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, this is a critical drive for this Apollo squad. They've got to get points here to even stay in the ball game.
So we've got a diamond.
Wow.
Left.
4 guys to the left. It's Niles Board on the front of that. It's got to be a screen over here, and that's what they're going to do. And Marion Blunt's all over that.
He dropped it.
Yeah, that ball is dropped. No complete. Boy, Blunt just rolled through all 3 of the blockers and got right to the receiver.
Well, it's a pretty safe bet. The guy in the back's the one getting the ball.
Sure.
So he just busted through the whole charade. But
when you
once
see
again,
that, the first thing you think is screen.
Correct.
Because you're setting it up with 3 blockers in front of the one. So
what else would you do on that? And that's the 2nd time they've had that kind of a screen, and he gets hit right in the numbers and drops the ball.
So 3rd and 10 still, and again, wow, what a great play. But number one, you got to say, you got to block people. You got 3 receivers out there and 1 outside linebacker. Great play, Blunt, but you got to block somebody. That's terrible work from those receivers.
You got to give them
play action, bootleg, look, intercepted, Gage Bryant.
Gage Bryant's back to about the 48. Yes. That's
going the other way.
Yeah, that's
so
just
trying to hit the crossing route, Jeff, and Bryant stepped in front of that.
You got number 4, Brock Berger, way down there. He was, I don't know if he was open, but man, body language says so much. You see guys just.
So the first turnover there for the Bruins, and again, we've got an interception thrown by Christian Combs, the quarterback there. He's thrown 13 interceptions and 15 touchdowns on the year. Bryant
pretty upset with himself.
Turns it over, I'm sure. Give us to Gardner. Same kind of look. They're just going to try to wear this defense down. Ooh, it might have been a fumble. Apollo jumps out. It's going the other way.
There you go. Wow.
Wow.
Quick
we didn't see a turnover in the first half, and now it's going back both ways. So big play there is somebody's down. Is that Gardner? Gardner was laying on the field. He is now trying to limp off the field. He may not make it off the field. They're going to have to come get him, I think. It's a leg, I believe. Looks like it's a left.
It's his right.
It's the right leg?
Yeah.
So here comes Jeremy Steakley onto the field. Gardner fumbled the ball after a short gain. He was hit by several of the Apollo Eagles defenders, and the ball came loose. So Apollo, man, they needed that desperately.
That's probably why he fumbled.
Exactly. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. So Mason Gardner is getting off the field under his own power, but he is limping and moving very slowly. Coach Dumbacher's out there to check on him, as well as the trainer Jeremy Steakley. And he's going to head back to the table to get looked at. you can see the brace on that right knee. He's had knee surgery in the past. Quarterback counter on that one, and Combs will get maybe 3.
I hate that.
So they're going to be checking out that knee to see what's going on. It looks like over here on the sideline, 2nd and 7 at the 47 of the Bruins, 6:16 to go. Combs went out of bounds on that carry, so clock has stopped. 2 receivers to each side. It's a 2-deep look for the Bruins, 3-4 with a 4-deep shell.
Middle.
Dixon straight ahead. He'll get about 5. It'll bring up probably a 3rd and 2. And it looks like one of the Eagles is down. His helmet is off. He's holding his head.
That would be
That's 54, Caden Howard. So Howard will slowly work his way off the field. They're going to give Dixon 4 on that carry. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2. They need to get to the 40-yard line. They're going to throw it over the middle. Wow, lots of coverage there.
Yeah,
Does it look like Lamarion Blunt was in a man cover look?
I think so, and he threw it into a crowd, so he's
dangerous.
pretty fortunate to not have his second INT.
So Blunt, whenever you see an outside linebacker running across the field, it's got to be a man cover look. They haven't shown a lot of man cover, but there may have been some a blitz call there on a 3rd and short. 4th and 2, 2 receivers to each side. The Eagles are going to go for it. Coach Edge kind of rolling it here. They need a 1st down. Pressure by Adam Hobbs, going deep down the. What a great throw!
He's got him.
Beautiful, down to the 24. Catch made by Carter Contrado.
Contrado went up and grabbed that ball. He's the one that's dropped the 2 screen passes, so did not take his eye off the ball this time.
So Contrado has 2 receptions, both for 18 yards tonight. And it'll be a 1st down and 10. Big conversion. He kind of leaked up the sideline against the 2-deep look and found the hole in the zone behind the corner and outside of the safety. And a rocket thrown by Combs.
Yeah, it was a nice pass. Combs
trips right.
Combs is an impressive QB.
Dixon hit first by McKay Payton.
We're going to have a hold on this one, I believe, because
the official threw that flag right in.
He totally did.
Right into the pile.
It hit somebody. Hope he gets it back. Maybe I don't. But he, obviously that's got to be a hold on the offense.
About a 2-yard gain for Dixon will be erased, and the holding call, I think, will make it about 1st and 18. I think that was, again, it's a spot foul.
Yeah. But the other thing that's happening, it's not just that they're not scoring, but, I mean, clock is just being eaten alive.
So just heard final score on the PA. Meade County beats McCracken County 41-34. So the number 2 seed from our district beating the 3 seed from the other side there. Toss sweep to Dixon, trying to turn it up. He's going to get 4 or 5.
We haven't mentioned them tonight. They're not a Hardin County school, but they are within our family of schools. But E-Town High School was also playing tonight. I think they were at a home game tonight.
They did. So a 4-yard gain there for Dixon. It's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 14. They're at about the 29-yard line. They need to get to the 15, just short of the 15, almost the 16 would get the 1st down. Empty backfield, all 5 guys out in coverage. Great job by Combs.
Man,
he's running with it. Big 1st down, still running.
Wow. He has that, I know it's off the scales different, but he's got that kind of explosive speed like you see in quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and, these guys that they're at a different level than everybody else on the field.
15-yard gain there, gets a first down for the Eagles. So big play from Christian Combs. I mean, you got to think, here's these two seniors in the backfield, the quarterback and the running back.
Right.
I just saw Dixon giving him a high five.
Yeah.
You know, they're fighting for their season.
Yeah,
they're trying to keep their careers alive here.
Because this is it.
And big play. They're looking for that throwback screen. They get it this time. Space to the outside.
Dixon is in for the score.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Very nice. That was a beautiful play. Well designed, well executed. Really nice call by the coach over there. So give it to John Edge and the great execution. And they did exactly what you said, man. Those two guys teamed up, took charge, and put them in the end zone.
So 15-yard touchdown toss. That's the same exact play they ran on a 3rd and long on one of their earlier drives when Dixon dropped the ball.
Right, correct.
And he had that same kind of room where he would have picked up a first down before. This time, the only difference is he catches the ball. And here we go.
Good.
And that's the kicking woes that
this is why.
That we see in the statistics.
And actually, why did they go for 1? I mean, if you've got that kind of a kicking game and you're down this many points, why aren't you going for 2? That doesn't
totally
make
agree.
A bit of sense to me. I mean, at this level of football, your chances of running it in are probably higher than kicking it in.
Hey, look who that is. Appearance on the sideline of one Tyler Mattingly, who coached here for many years. That's Tim's son, who is now, I believe, an offensive coordinator at another school. I don't know what. Maybe they're playing tomorrow. But Tyler is here. He did a great job as an offensive coordinator here and working with the quarterbacks.
Coming out to encourage his dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic for Tyler. Good to see him out here. Well, you know, the good news for the Eagles, again, even though they didn't get the conversion there, they've cut it from a 3-score game to a 2-score game. They're down 13.
Right.
They did really what they needed to do is go answer and score, even though that's a little disappointing to not get. Again, they're not going to kick a field goal. They needed touchdowns anyway, so that maybe explains just kicking it. But I get what you're saying. But here they are now in a situation, wow. They're kicking from the 25. I saw some jawing going on, and they obviously called a personal foul on the Eagles. And so instead of kicking from the 40, they're kicking from their own 25. That is not what they needed after kind of playing themselves back into the ballgame.
Good run back here.
Absolutely. Good kick by Franey. That's how he needed to hit that point after. I believe that's Elmore with the ball. Caden's got it, wrapping it up tight.
Yeah, he's going to a little bit short. Somebody
push ahead. He's over the 40. It was Eanes that was down on the ground.
Number 61, their best tackle, their leading tackler, Morgan Eanes, but he's back up again. So, you know, you mentioned something there about the two guys that are seniors, and they're playing in what could be their last game. And, you know, you have to stop and think about that. You know, most of these guys, this will be the last time in their life they put on a football uniform.
Yeah.
It's
tough, man.
They're not playing in college.
Do you remember the last time you put yours on and when you took it off?
100%.
Me too.
100%. And
I got 4 more years in college.
And that happened for me in my junior year because I blew out my knee.
Oh, boy.
I didn't realize it, but I remember the game.
Yeah. Wow.
And
wow. Yeah, you have a whole new knee now.
2 of them. 1 wasn't enough.
Probably part of.
1's good, 2's better.
I'm sure that had something to do
let's
with
just say,
the numerous injuries you had.
Let's just say when I see somebody go down and they come hobbling off with a knee injury, I have a little PTSD right there.
Yeah. So Gardner picks up 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain. They're at the 49-yard line, are the Bruins, on their own side of the 50. 3:16 to go in the 3rd. So enough time for the Eagles to make a comeback, but they've got to get stops. They cannot let this ball march down the field, and I don't see how they're going to get a stop.
So Gardner is back in and running well.
Yeah.
They did put they taped up right below his knee, so I'm wondering if he just got a stinger or something.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you take a helmet on the knee and it's, you know, bone bruise or something really painful.
Because there's no protection there. It's just skin and bone.
So Bruins 1st and 10. They're now at the 44 of the Eagles. And again, At this point, you've got to sell out to try to stop what's going on here. You
Everything.
Almost, as a D coordinator, you almost have to
rushing.
start guessing. When you see this kind of formation, you've got to guess almost. And again, quarterback counter that time, following Andrew Hobbs, who was
Carter on the
pulling
stop.
Carter on the stop, big 79.
Pulls him back. So Carter's also a golfer.
But no, not this.
His
not
dad
this one.
is
His
a
dad
golf-
is a golf
his dad's a
coach.
golf coach,
His
but
sister's a golfer as
Ah,
well.
okay. I'm sure he swung a club.
Maybe. Lamarion Blunt checking out of the game there, a little bit hobbled as well. 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard carry from Gardner that time. Give to Gardner again, hitting the backfield, makes a great move to get away.
Wow, what an impressive run. I mean, he is such a gutsy runner. Just not going to stop. Love
12-yard gain, Jeff, and he was hit right at the line of scrimmage
Yeah.
by the best defensive player. That was
61,
Eanes, Morgan
yeah.
Eanes.
He just took him right to him.
Again, Eanes has 116 tackles on the regular season. That's an impressive number. You know, over 10 tackles a ball game, and we've called his name at least 7 or 8 times tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is a senior as well. So
they are now down to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Double wing formation, tight end right. They're going to go right. Wow, Tucker Walters leading. Big carry by Gardner
nice.
again. 1st down again, so another big carry.
you see somebody coming around the edge like that, and you're a defensive back, and you see Tucker Walters coming around the edge with a head full of steam.
Now listen, when you see Tucker, he's not very tall and he's really wide. And a lot of times you think a guy like that probably can't move. That kid is a serious athlete.
Oh,
he
my
runs
gosh.
so
Yes,
well.
He's incredibly athletic.
Yeah.
And he's fast.
Man. So 11-yard gain for Gardner on that one. Another 1st down there to the 22-yard line now. Shotgun formation, pistol look, tight end left, overbalanced left with 2 wings out there.
Oh, man.
Great play.
Impressive tackle by number 14
14.
coming in behind him. That would be Jamison Lee Brown. Nice
Jamison
tackle.
Brown on the tackle after a 4-yard gain
Wow.
for Gardner, but he had to come from behind and chase him
Totally
down.
did. He ran down the line.
Good hustle from Brown there.
Have not seen a lot of that tonight at all.
44 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Bruins, again, we thought that making it 19-0 salted it away, and it might have, but this is, again, if they continue to run the clock,
Yeah.
it's a 2nd and 6, 28 seconds to go here. Coach Mattingly didn't like something. They will call a timeout.
Got a timeout. So this is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production of HCEC-TV. It's a division of the Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all of your telecommunication needs. I want to thank our sponsors, West Point Bank. They have 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. Waddell's Auto, Scrap, and Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with a competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping, metal, and recycling. So we're back to the action.
2nd down and 6 here.
28.9 seconds left on the clock.
Overbalanced look to the right.
Oh, nice.
Gardner
stop.
stuck right at the after about maybe a yard or 2 gain.
I think that's number 7 that came up and had him by the legs. That would be Braden Fountain.
Braden Fountain making a big play there. So about a I'm going to give him a 3-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd down and 3.
We're going to let the clock, so we'll see this at the other end of the
The
field.
quarter will end here. It's the Bruins 19, the Eagles 6, and the Bruins are driving.
Also want to thank Physical Therapy and Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville, and online at physicaltherapy.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. eTown Apartments, it's a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. We also want to thank eTown Exterminating, locally owned, family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties, the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com.
So we're going into the fourth quarter here.
Here we go.
Bruins 3rd and 3, looking to extend the drive. Gardner, it looks like he's got it easily.
He's definitely got the line to gain. They are just blistering, pounding, putting it on this Owensboro Apollo defensive line.
Mason Gardner, Jeff, 21 carries on the evening, so he is a workhorse tonight. They're going to go again to him. He'll pick up another 6 or 7. I'll try to get us a total on how many yards.
He deserves this touchdown.
Yeah. They need to
he has got
get him the rock here for this.
And he's going to get it. Right there.
Touchdown over the left side.
Mason
So
Gardner and the
it's
Bruins
just inside the
Very
pylon
nice.
for a 4-yard touchdown carry.
Impressive
So he's got
drive.
23 carries on the game. I'll get you a total here in just a little bit.
Heavy
but
doses of Mason Gardner.
absolutely. As you mentioned, again, so Walker Meredith coming off, he had the shoulder injury last week.
Right.
He's only carried the ball 5 times tonight. Spurrier has carried the ball 8 times tonight. So he has, we've seen Zach Spurrier with the ball quite a bit as well. But it's been the Mason Gardner show from start to finish this evening. Van Blyenberg on to attempt the point after.
And it's good.
And it's good. So 26-6 with 11:19 to go here in the fourth.
I believe that would have been good from about 40 yards out. Wow. Very
So
nice.
the Bruins looks like they'll move on. We'll have to see what our other area teams have done and what the matchups look like. But we totally expect that we'll be back here for a Central Hardin second round matchup. Whether that will be North Hardin or Davis County is kind of the question at this point. Still waiting to get maybe some results on that one. Just looking up the results of the region championship game that my nephew is playing in right now. They're down 7 down in Marietta.
I'm sure that the Bruins would like to see North Hardin back here again. They pretty much handled them pretty well earlier in the year.
I think it's going to be Davis County, but we'll see. Maybe North Hardin is a talented bunch. They could certainly pull off something unexpected there.
Their Achilles heel has been their lack of discipline and penalties.
See if you can Google search that and see if we can't get an update, maybe even on Max Preps on that North Hardin score. Jump on that fumble, Gray. They're throwing balls into the stands, and my wife is jumping on a Nerf football. Case Van Blyenberg's going to knock that one deep to the back, 9 yards deep in the end zone. And so the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. We got 11:19 to go, as I said. We got a North Hardin score update. That's all right.
We're looking.
So I believe it was Henderson County beating up on Barron County. Barron County, the 4 seed from our district, taking on the number 1 seed from the opposite district. And again, it was Henderson County that gave Central Hardin its 1 loss of the season.
able to find it.
We're going to try to get a.
I was going for football scores, and I
Good
ended up
throw.
in Academy Sports. So
So good throw and catch. Did they say he was out of bounds? Because it's 2nd and 10 still at the 20. It was a throw and catch on the sideline over there. But incomplete is the call. Back to throw. Good throw and catch there. It's number 1 on the reception. Maybe a 9-yard gain. That's Niles Board. So Board will pick up a first down, as they'll actually give him 10 on the reception. It looked like he was going to be just short. So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Nose right at the 30. So right now, Jeff, in the last update on that score is from the 2nd quarter. Davis County 20, North Hardin 13. So they're in a ball game at least.
Okay.
Great throw by Combs, hitting for another 14 yards as the offense seems to be heating up here. It's the defense just can't quite get it done. It's Contrado again, this time with about a 15-yard completion. Good throw and catch. Yeah, Max Preps is saying that North Hardin's score has not provided an update in 72 minutes. We only have a 2nd quarter score. It's got to be late 4th quarter, just like it is here.
Yeah.
Empty backfield here. Quarterback
Tuck and
draw.
run.
2-yard gain for Combs. Yeah. Anytime they've gone empty, it's been quarterback draw.
Yeah, it has.
Not really fooling anybody when you have one formation for one play.
Right.
The odds. And there's Tucker Walters. I was talking to his dad at halftime, Jeff. It's not an ankle. It's actually a heel.
Oh, is it really?
And so it's just going to be painful for him. He can play through it. It's not going to get any worse as far as damage. It's just going to hurt like the Dickens. So Combs rolling out to his left. Ooh, face mask, a bad one too. I hope Combs is okay.
I said 2 or 3 flags came in on that one.
And trying to help him up, I believe that's.
Nobody's trying to hurt. You know, that can happen so accidentally.
Just reaching out to get a hold of something.
Right, and it's pretty bang, and you grab the first thing you touch.
Yeah, that was 57. Grayson Decker, the sophomore, was in hot pursuit there of Christian Combs, and that's got to be a personal foul face mask. It's going to go 15 yards and be a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. Called it right. And it was right there on the sidelines, too.
We could try to get an Elizabethtown update as well. Have you? I can't remember who they're playing.
I'm not proficient on finding current scores in the high school realm.
I'm going to start checking for it.
Oh, wow.
Nice play by Combs to avoid the rush, and he's going to get nothing really on the play, maybe a yard. But
I haven't seen anybody fake a pass and hold on to the ball like that since Big Ben Roethlisberger.
That's right.
Wow. I mean, 90% of the time when a guy.
I think Davis County just got an update over the PA here. 24-20 up on North Hardin. 27-20. 27-20. Have we got an Elizabethtown update?
E-Town update. Still nothing on E-Town.
So motion to trips to the left side, looking down the field, but Combs is under all kinds of pressure.
Coverage pressure.
Lamoth all over him, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's about it.
We'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. There's 8:37 to go. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Again, it's 26-6. Bruins in front. Hobbs checking in. They're doing a good job of rotating these defensive linemen so they can continue to chase.
Yes, they are.
Adam Hobbs will check out. Andrew Hobbs checked in. They've got Decker and Lamoth in there on this defensive front. So Elizabethtown has won 49-13 over Mercer County. They'll be playing again next week. We'll have to see where they're going to be. Oh, my God.
That was really strange. He went up for the ball, but it looked like he was being tackled, but he wasn't.
Well, it was his own player. It was Board number 1 and 12,
okay.
Vallada, who ran to the same spot. The ball came to them, and they crashed into each other and went down. So Board's going to check out. 13's going to check in. Fourth down and 9 after the incomplete pass. They've had a couple of incomplete passes and a scramble here. That leaves them at a 4th and 9, kind of the last gasp, I guess you'd say here.
Right.
Play action, look down the middle. Oh, man. Great play. That was Gage Bryant that tipped it.
And Vallada,
so
it went right
it looked
to
like he
it.
had a chance.
He totally went.
But
yeah,
the ball
he had a 100%
got
chance.
Knocked a little bit off its path. Hard to make that play.
Yeah, that's going to. He had all kinds of space to get that and go, but he just couldn't grab it.
A lot of coverage. Gage Bryant did a great job.
Nice pass by Christian Combs.
So 1st and 10 Bruins with 8.5 to go. They got to be looking to run clock here, up 26-6 with 8.5. So, here comes the run game. And I haven't gotten you a total yet on Gardner, so you take over here. I'm going to do a little math, which is always dangerous for me.
So Central Hardin back behind the ball right now. Let's see, we've got Spurrier is going to go. No, he's in shotgun. Hobbs right behind center. Mason Gardner just continuing
13 more yards.
Pound the rock. First down. What an impressive night he has had. Wow. He just keeps bringing it. It's not, they've got to know it's coming, but he just continues. And again, guys, this is not just the runner. You've got to give it to the offensive line because they are opening these holes. And it's basically like, this is what we're going to do. Stop us if you can. Nice to know that Gardner's a junior, so he'll be back next year. All the way under center now. Motion left. Coming around. Elmore takes it up to
that's Blunt.
Marion Blunt. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's pulled a hamstring. He's holding his hamstring.
Totally did.
8-yard gain
Either
for Blunt
that or
there.
He's got a horrible hamstring cramp.
Yeah. I hope that's all it is.
I hope it's that hamstring cramp, because if you do, yeah. This is an HCEC-TV student production. It's a division of Hardin County Schools. And special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownApartments.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all of our local HCEC-TV programs air on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 12 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew. We appreciate Ron and Hartley and all of his student crew that are provided for us this evening. I also want to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today.
So Blunt is up and holding the hamstring. I don't think we'll see him again with 7.5 left to go here. They're going to go to Gardner again. Gardner's, oh boy, big gain again. This defense is worn down, and he is really putting it to him right now.
Punishing them.
Yeah.
And it's just so demoralizing when you're getting beat like this.
So a 12-yard gain, Jeff. That puts him over the 200-yard mark. He's got 203 right now.
For how many carries?
That is 25 carries, 203 at this point. So fantastic night. They're going to Gardner again.
But
hit hard by
number
Eanes.
61, Eanes meets him at the line.
Still about 3-yard gain.
That time, nothing doing.
Woo.
Well, Well, yeah. See, I say nothing doing, and he got 3 yards because
Yeah.
compared to everything else he's been getting.
Yeah, well, and that offensive line is just
Yeah.
they're going to give him just 2, so I thought he got to the 20, but he's at the 21 now.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8, 6:45 and counting.
Ball on the Eagles, 21.
So a trips look. This is interesting. Trips formation to the left. Gage Bryant at a tight end left. 2 wide receivers flanking him. It's Meredith and Engstrand. They're going to throw the screen to Engstrand, the jailbreak screen. He'll get inside the 15. So just short of the no.
Short. Yeah, a little bit short.
They're giving him a really good spot.
Oh yeah, I think they got that.
He put his foot on the line
They
at the
did.
15. They're giving him almost the 13.
They gave him
So,
the first down on that.
8-yard gain there. I believe that's the first pass play of the second half for the Bruins. They have not
crazy
needed to do that. So Engstrand's second catch of this half, he's going to check out. Excuse me, of the game. He had a reception of 31 yards earlier, now a reception of 8.
Well, with Gardner running like he is, why in the world would you want to worry about
And they
passing?
are all over him
Not
that
this
time.
Yeah.
So
Tightens up a little bit down here.
That time, maybe no gain on the play. Carter again on the tackle. They're going to give him 1, so he's got 1 more yard there. He's up to 206 on 27 carries now. What a game for Mason Gardner. The junior is
impressive.
really.
This has to be one of his career games.
I
at
just
this
love
point.
seeing a guy get that many touches because you just are getting stronger as it goes. There's
Yeah.
Walker Meredith to give him a break on the jet
Oh,
sweep,
yeah.
and Meredith only gets maybe 2.
They came up and met him. They
Looked like 12 Velada that got there to make
Yeah.
the tackle.
And, you know, that goes to what we were talking about earlier. When you try to stretch it out to the side, all you're doing is giving them more chance to recover and find you and catch you. Unless you just have somebody that's impressively fast,
Right.
like their quarterback.
Yeah. 4:45 and counting. 3rd and 7 for the Bruins. It's 4-down territory, I would suspect. Gage Bryant is going to get his first carry, and he's going to get just a couple, bring up about a 4th and 4. Honestly, Jeff, both of us would love to see them kick this, but you know the you know when you're up 26-6, there's almost no need to do that because the opportunity for a block and return
Is up there.
is that that opportunity is
Don't
there.
wanna give him that.
A lot safer to just run this football, see if you can pick up. If you don't, you're up 20 with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. Pretty good record of holding their defense or offense. He's going to try to pull him offside.
That's absolutely not biting this time. They've made that
Give it one
work
more
several
shot.
times. And they may have a delay of game. They were going to go to Gardner again off the left tackle. Timeout Bruins actually right before the clock ran out. They were running the clock down as far as they could. They'll talk about it now as we have, again, this break
Whether you're going
and a
4
4th and 4. Yeah, they'll go for it here, I'm sure of it. Again, he doesn't. Coach Mattingly doesn't want to take the chance of some sort of errant snap or a blocked kick that would go the other direction.
So you're better off to just trust in your defense at this point in time and keep it safe.
So it's 4th and 4. The ball is actually resting. It says on the board there it's on the 6. Man, that doesn't look like the 6 to me. Maybe it is. It looks like the 7, right? But yeah, maybe the 6-yard line. So they need to get just over the 3. And it may be somewhere between the 6 and the 7 where the ball is laying.
I was going to say it may be the they may be right in the 6, but it's somewhere between the 6 and 7.
So again, the up back is Hobbs on the left. You can expect Gardner to be running it to the left behind Hobbs. He does, right behind Hobbs. And
for the TD.
No signal. There's the signal.
is.
Touchdown for Mason Gardner.
Bruins.
6-yard run for Gardner. Another touchdown for him. His third of the ball game to go with his now 211 yards rushing on 28 carries. What an impressive evening for Mason Gardner. This is one he'll remember forever, man.
I was going to say, this is
you don't see these very often.
Career night for him would be my guess.
Just career number of carries. Just an amazing.
And in a playoff game, too.
Absolutely. Van Bleinberg on for the extra point, knocks that one through.
Money.
And so 33-6 Bruins. Jeff, so now with 3:47 to go, we can kind of talk about this is exactly what we would have expected. Certainly,
we were hoping for.
Apollo accounted themselves well on a number of fronts there. But
I actually just, looking at the way they're, especially after their first two offensive series, I really thought they'd put up more than the points we've seen. Now, they may get what we refer to as garbage points at this point in time.
Yeah, it's
but
possible.
I really did think that maybe they might put some more points on the board.
Yeah.
Even though I did not think they'd keep up with the Bruins. And, no, they just could not make it happen.
Well, 3:47 to go. It is basically garbage time. So both teams, again, will probably start to empty the benches. They may not, though. With 3:47 to go, it may be a little bit much. You're playing in a playoff game. It's just time to wrap this thing up, finish it off.
Yeah. Well, you got, again, you want to give your seniors all the time they can to be out there on the field, I'm sure, knowing it's their last chance. And so that would be my guess as a coach. It's like, you know what, this is your last chance. Wear that uni and keep it on for as long as you can.
So Van Bleinberg to kick. Wow. Banged again through the back of the end zone, about 1 or 2 yards.
Oh, that was
not
short.
Not as impressive as hitting the crossbar.
He didn't even hit the crossbar. That's hilarious.
But that one was over the back of the end line in the end zone. So Van Bleinberg is having a fantastic.
He's great.
A lot of times, Jeff, when you get this deep into the season, it starts to get cold, and that a cold ball with a little less inflation in it is hard to kick.
Totally is. It's like a rock.
It's like a rock. And tonight being, 70 degrees or whatever it is, it's gorgeous out, man. The conditions are beautiful.
Yeah, you don't get better football weather than this. 66 degrees on a November night.
Combs back. He's got
all kinds of time
all
because
day
they're
to throw the
playing
ball.
Deep.
He's going to, oh, man.
Oh, gosh, I really thought Blunt was going to come up and scoop it. So Blunt is back in the game, guys.
Okay, good.
So I'm guessing that probably was a cramp. He just needed to rush it out, roll it out.
12 Velada on the crossing route there. It hit him right in the chest.
They, of all the things that we could look at and say where they failed, they had several key drops tonight and a couple of key offsides for first downs. So, in the realm of mistakes, that's really the only place where we've seen Apollo do that tonight. They just haven't been able to convert.
You just got to have playmakers make plays, and they just didn't in those cases. So good little throw to Dixon. Wow, great run from Dixon from the 20 all the way out to the 45. 25-yard pass completion to Dante Dixon.
That's got to be one of their longest plays from scrimmage tonight.
They had one for 28, but that is their second longest play from scrimmage, yes. Big throw and catch. Again, just back, releasing out of the backfield, catching it, making a couple guys miss in the open field. So big play for Dante Dixon and Christian Combs, the quarterback, as they hook up. Again, senior teammates there might get him the ball again on a pass at some point, but maybe hooking up for their last time. Dixon making a great run.
Impressive
inside zone run. Look, he's going to get 12 and pick up another first down.
Yeah, he never hit the ground. He is an impressive little runner. We talked so much about Christian Combs coming in and his running abilities, but I think our second big surprise there is Dixon and his ability to run that ball. He doesn't have the numbers that Combs does, but
yeah. Few good runs for Dixon tonight. One of 13 yards. That one of about 12. Going to go to Dixon again. He's got space on the left.
Yeah.
About 7 or 8 on the carry.
Well, there's not as many in the box right now because they're not worried about the run.
Right.
But you've got people stepping back because you want to give them, it gives them that, I hate to say prevent defense, but basically they're just not going to give up a long ball. And so it does loosen up your running abilities a little bit here. Oh, and he is sacked behind the line. Lamarion Blunt comes in from the defensive back position and takes Christian Combs back. I think he's behind the chains on that. It was with Noah Payton, not Lamarion Blunt. Sorry about that.
It was 10, not 11, huh? I don't know.
It's on the other side of the field.
No,
Give me a break there, you know. I thought it was
You
Blunt.
might have been right. I think it was
Blunt. It was Blunt because Payton's on this side.
Yeah, I think
that was Lamarion Blunt on the tackle. I want to correct the stadium announcer here. He's not paying attention to me.
Wow. Brings up a 3rd and really long from the 49-yard line. They need to get to the 34 for a first down.
Combs is breaking out to the side.
Combs is going to run it here. He'll step out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 14.
4th and a lot.
2:02 remaining. Clock stops on the out of bounds there. So Combs will be looking to put one in the air here. This could be, again, last play for some of these guys on this offensive side of the ball. I can't see the coaching staff over on the other sideline calling a lot of timeouts here. 4th and 14 from the 48. They're on the Bruins side of the 50. Empty backfield. Dixon to the right. Blitz coming, and Payton's after him.
Is definitely after
Combs is going to throw it down the field.
And it's almost intercepted.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, number
so
44.
Noah Payton, 44 is McKay Payton, who almost had it.
He did.
It was Noah Payton providing the pressure, so the brothers.
Payton brothers putting on the pressure.
Yeah, so that'll be a turnover on down, so the Bruins will take over at their own 48, and you'll start to see a few of the backups coming onto the field here. Some of the starters as well. They're not going to make wholesale changes here late in the game, as they're just going to run out the clock here. Again, Owensboro Apollo could call timeouts and stop clock here. They've got 3 of them.
Timeouts left.
I can't see that happening.
I mean, why? You know, it happens sometimes.
There's no reason to do that at this point.
Just let it go and go home. And we'll
give to Walker Meredith. Nothing doing.
Wow, he dropped for
Carter and Eanes teaming up for that tackle after probably a loss of 2.
At least.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, he's coming back to about the 45.
Yeah, 3-yard loss.
So, yeah.
So Carter and Eanes teaming up to make that stop. Clock still running here.
They're going to take their time and let the clock run down as far as they can.
Try to run it out on this possession. They should have that. Should not be a problem. McKay Payton checking in at tight end there. Motion from Blunt there. Oh, ball on the ground. Wow. Mishandled handoff from Spurrier to Meredith as he was coming around.
He did get back on it, though.
So a loss of another 2 yards there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 15. Clock, however, running here. That is the key here.
Well, Paul, I just want to tell you thanks for letting me be your partner this year. This is going to be it for me. I don't have anything left for the rest of the year that I can be able to make. So I really have appreciated just hanging in here. I always enjoy this. It's just fun.
Jeff, what a blessing to be with you and enjoy these Friday nights together. And we'll have probably Tony Menendez with me next week. I believe we'll be back here for Central Hardin. We think it might be Davis County. Could be North Hardin again. If those Trojans can pull something off. Give to Gardner straight ahead. He's still driving forward. He's got about 6 or 7 on that one.
Back to midfield.
That is the last play of the ball game. So
there it is, folks.
So the final score here from Central Hardin High School, 33-6 Bruins. They run their record to 10-1 on the season. 2-9 the end of the season for the Owensboro Apollo Eagles. But it'll be the Bruins going again. They'll have another home game here next week, and we'll see them against either Davis County or North Hardin next Friday night. And so, Jeff,
congratulations to the Bruins, and good job. Apollo, you were just outmatched, outgunned tonight, but you came out, played your hearts out. Got to give it to you for that. But it's been a great season, great game, and look forward to Central Hardin going deep this year.
Thanks a lot to Jeff Knoll for being here with me tonight. I'm Paul Gray. Good night, everybody.